Hi, I'm Joseph Elliott, the inventor of Universal Method of Structural Design and Assembly. This 3-room playhouse is my favorite toy, covered by my patent. I will now assemble a smaller version of the playhouse and explain how a 6-year-old child can assemble this house without any help. Okay, I'm going now to assemble the smaller version of the outdoor playhouse. All these houses are assembled in sequential order, and all the pieces are marked on the inside surfaces. So we have piece number 1 and 2, which are going to be assembled first. We take piece number 2 and install the bottom of this into the slot of piece number 1. These pieces in the prototype do not have rounded surfaces at the point of contact, which will be incorporated into the final product when it's manufactured. And now the child can walk back to the rear of piece number 2 and rotate piece number 2 on those rounded surfaces, and finally the piece will fall into place due to gravity. Now we're going to install piece number 3 in the same manner. Piece number 3 has a doorway cut out. This doorway cut out allows access from room number 1 to room number 2. So we install that over here in the same manner. Go to the bottom of the slot, rotate it up, and it falls into place. Now we're going to do piece number 4. Piece number 4 has a doorway cut out, which is actually located in front of the house. This is going to have 2 handle slots, which are going to be located on each side of the door at the center of gravity. These double slots on each side of the door will allow the child to reach across the door, grab those slotted handles, and he'd be able to lift it up over his head. Then he can walk over to the structure and lay it down on top. Then he can line up the slots on all 3 pieces and rotate it vertically, and then it will fall into place. Now we have finished room number 1, and we can continue into room number 2. Piece number 5 is the first piece of room number 2, and it's installed over here, bottom of the slot, rotated up vertically, it falls into place. Now we go into piece number 6. Piece number 6 is installed over here, same procedure, rotated up, falls into place. Now we're ready to install the first roof piece in room number 1. This roof piece will also have the slotted handles located at the center of gravity so that the child can pick the piece up, hold it over his head, walk over and set it down over room number 1. He then walks through the structure, through the doorway, grabs the handles that are on the bottom of this roof piece. He lifts it up, gets it positioned into place, and then it will fall into place. Now the child goes over and gets the last piece of room number 2, which is piece number 7. Piece number 7 has a doorway cut out so that you'll have access to room number 3. Now this also will have the slotted handle holes on each side of the doorway. The child picks the piece up over his head, lays it down on top of the structure as before, and then rotates the piece till it's vertical and it falls into place. Now we're ready to install roof piece number 2 over room number 2. This also will have the slotted handles located at the center of gravity. He lifts it up over his head, puts it on top of the structure, goes in through the doorway, and lines it up into place. Now we can start on room number 3 with piece number 8. Piece number 8 is installed over here in this slot, and it's done in the same manner, rotated up vertically, and then it falls into place. Then we take number 9. Number 9 has a doorway cut out, which is the second door on the front of the house. And it's going to be installed in the same manner as before. Rotated up vertically, and it falls into place. Now we can finish off the wall structures by installing the last piece, piece number 10. This has the handle holes where he picks it up, holds it over his head, puts it on top of the structure, lines up the slots, rotates it over, and then it'll fall into place. Now we can finish off the structure by installing the last roof piece, which it also has the handle hose, lifts it up over his head, lays it on top of the structure, walks in through the front door, and he puts it into place. Now we finish the assembly of this toy house. I'll turn it around. That you see that have the two doorways in the front. Now this is my favorite toy structure per my patent. And once a child learns how to assemble this house, he can assemble almost any structure per my patent. Although I love this toy structure and it's my favorite toy, the most important aspect of my patent is that you can build real houses. And the real houses offer a great deal of rigidity against hurricanes and tornadoes. And the rigidity is obtained in many ways, but the most important part is that you install support pieces around the complete perimeter of the house at each corner. Now these support pieces are square and fits into the adjoining wall sections underneath the roof, extends down through the floor section, and goes 2 feet into the ground. And then this 2 feet into the ground is covered with concrete. And since there's a great deal of weight on the support piece with this concrete below the ground, we install a metal plate on top of the ground, a flat metal plate, which is also attached to the square support piece. And this support piece is attached with bolts to the ceiling of the roof piece, two adjoining wall sections, and the floor section. Well, there you have it. And anyone interested in marketing my invention, please contact me as soon as possible. Thank you and bye.